Africa, a land of breathtaking landscapes where the vast savanna stretches endlessly, teeming with wildlife that roams free. From the majestic lions to the graceful gazelles, every corner of this continent tells a story of nature's grandeur. A continent of immense beauty. The towering mountains that kiss the sky, the sunsets that paint the horizon in hues of gold and crimson, and the rainforests that breathe life into the air. Each scene is a testament to the natural wonders that Africa holds. A land of diverse cultures. From the rhythmic beats of traditional dances to the vibrant attire of its tribes, Africa is a mosaic of traditions and customs. The bustling marketplaces, filled with the sounds of haggling and laughter, showcase the rich tapestry of its people. But history remembers its struggles against colonial domination, the scars of a time when foreign powers sought to claim its lands and subjugate its people. Yet, amidst the oppression, stories of resistance and defiance emerged, echoing through the annals of time. One battle echoes through time, the Battle of Adwa. In the mist-covered mountains, a solitary flag stands as a symbol of defiance and victory. It is a reminder of a moment when the tides of history were turned by sheer will and determination, a testament to African resilience. The Ethiopian soldiers, with their unwavering spirit, prepared to defend their homeland. Their resolve was unbreakable, their courage unmatched. They stood ready to face an empire driven by a deep love for their nation. A beacon of hope against oppression. The victory at Adwa became a symbol of hope for all oppressed peoples. It was a celebration of unity, where communities came together to honor their heritage and the sacrifices made for freedom. In 1896, Ethiopia, a nation steeped in ancient history, faced the might of Italy's burgeoning empire. The clash was not just a battle of armies, but a confrontation of ideologies where the desire for independence met the ambitions of colonization. The odds were stacked against them. With limited resources and facing a well-equipped adversary, the Ethiopian forces seemed destined for defeat. Yet their spirit remained unbroken, their determination unwavering. Yet the Ethiopian spirit, unyielding and proud, rose to the challenge. Leaders rallied their troops, instilling in them a sense of purpose and pride. The charge into battle was not just a military maneuver, but a declaration of their right to exist as a free people. This is their story. A story of courage, of unity, and of the triumph of the human spirit against all odds. It is a narrative that continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, the strength of the human spirit can prevail. The victory at Adwa is not just a chapter in history, but a beacon of hope for future generations. The late 19th century, European powers carved up Africa. They sought resources and power. Italy, a latecomer to this scramble, craved its share. They set their sights on Ethiopia, a nation proud and independent. Italy's ambitions were clear. Control over Ethiopia meant control over the Horn of Africa, a strategic prize. The Italians underestimated their adversary. They underestimated the resolve of a people determined to remain free. At the helm of Ethiopia stood Emperor Menelik II, a shrewd strategist, a charismatic leader. He understood the gravity of the threat. He rallied his people. Menelik was a unifier. He brought together diverse Ethiopian forces, from the mountains to the lowlands. He forged a united front against a common enemy. His leadership was instrumental. He inspired his people to fight for their freedom. By Menelik's side stood Empress Taytu Betul, a formidable woman, a strategic mind. She played a pivotal role in Ethiopia's defense. Taytu was instrumental in rallying support. She was a skilled diplomat. She secured alliances and resources. On the battlefield, she was a commanding presence, leading troops with courage and determination. She became a symbol of Ethiopian resistance. The battle begins, a clash of civilizations. This was not just a battle of armies, but a confrontation of two vastly different worlds, each with its own history, culture, and aspirations. The morning of March 1st, 1896, dawned with a sense of foreboding. The air was thick with anticipation as both sides prepared for the inevitable clash. The two armies clashed near the town of Adwa, a place that would soon be etched into the annals of history. The sound of battle cries and the clash of weapons filled the air. The Ethiopian forces, a sea of humanity, met the Italian troops head-on. The clash was fierce, with neither side willing to give an inch. The Ethiopians fought with a ferocity born of defending their homeland. The Italians were better equipped, boasting the latest in military technology. Their rifles were state-of-the-art, and their artillery was formidable. They had modern rifles and artillery, tools of war that gave them a significant advantage in firepower. The roar of cannons and the crack of rifles echoed across the battlefield. But the Ethiopians had the advantage of terrain. They knew the land intimately, every hill and valley, every rock and tree. This knowledge was their secret weapon. They used it to their advantage, employing guerrilla tactics and strategic positioning to outmaneuver the Italians. The rugged landscape became an ally, turning the tide of battle in their favor. The clash of civilizations was not just about technology or numbers, but also about the will to defend one's home and the ingenuity to use every available resource. The tide turns. Ethiopian tactics and heroism. The battle raged. The Ethiopians fought with unwavering courage. They employed clever tactics. They used the rugged terrain to outmaneuver the Italians. Stories of heroism emerged. Individual acts of bravery turned the tide. Ethiopian warriors fought with the heart of lions. They defended their homeland with their lives. Section 7. Victory for Ethiopia. A blow to colonialism. The Battle of Adwa, fought on March 1st, 1896, was a defining moment in the history of Ethiopia and the broader African continent. It was a clash that would resonate far beyond the borders of Ethiopia, challenging the very foundations of colonialism. As the dust settled, the outcome was clear. Ethiopia had triumphed. The Ethiopian forces, under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II, had successfully repelled the Italian invaders. This victory was not just a military success, but a powerful statement of resistance and resilience. The Italian forces were routed. Their defeat was a significant blow to Italy's colonial ambitions in Africa. The well-coordinated Ethiopian army, with its deep knowledge of the terrain and strategic prowess, had outmaneuvered the technologically superior Italian forces. It was a resounding victory. The jubilation among the Ethiopian soldiers was palpable. They had not only defended their homeland, but had also sent a clear message to the world about the strength and determination of the Ethiopian people. A victory against all odds. Despite facing a well-equipped European army, the Ethiopians had shown that unity, strategy, and an unyielding spirit could overcome even the most formidable adversaries. The Battle of Adwa sent shockwaves throughout the world. News of the Ethiopian victory spread rapidly, inspiring awe and admiration. It was a beacon of hope for other nations under colonial rule, proving that imperial powers could be challenged and defeated. It shattered the myth of European invincibility. The defeat forced European powers to reconsider their strategies and assumptions about their dominance. It was a humbling experience that highlighted the vulnerabilities of even the most powerful empires. It demonstrated the strength of African resistance. The victory at Adwa became a symbol of African unity and strength, inspiring resistance movements across the continent. It showed that colonialism was not an unstoppable force and that liberation was possible. It was a victory for Ethiopia. The Ethiopian flag, raised in triumph, symbolized not just a military victory, but the preservation of Ethiopian sovereignty and pride. It was a moment of immense national pride and a testament to the enduring spirit of the Ethiopian people, and a victory for all colonized people. The triumph at Adwa resonated globally, inspiring colonized peoples everywhere to believe in the possibility of freedom and self-determination. It was a powerful reminder that the fight against oppression and colonialism was a shared struggle, the legacy of Adwa Pan-Africanism and Inspiration. The victory at Adwa resonated across Africa and beyond. It fueled the flames of Pan-Africanism. It inspired future generations to fight for liberation. Adwa remains a potent symbol, a symbol of unity, a symbol of resistance, a symbol of hope. It serves as a reminder that even against overwhelming odds, freedom can prevail. Discover more, uncover the rich tapestry of Ethiopian history. The story of Adwa is just one chapter in the long and fascinating history of Ethiopia, a land of ancient civilizations, a land of vibrant culture, a land of resilient people. Explore further. Uncover the rich wealth of Ethiopian history. Learn from its past, celebrate its present, and be inspired by its future. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more historical content. This is History Replay This Day.